Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to MCScots.com. I'm Heath Dunkel, alongside Scott Dunkel, as we are here at Maryville College in Boydson Bear Gymnasium, Randy Lambert Court, as the 2-5 Maryville College Scots host the 6-1 Colonels of Center College. Scott, a tough matchup tonight between these two teams. Maryville College lost the first 5 games of the season. However, they are on a 2-game winning streak. For the Colonels, they started the season on a 3-game winning streak, lost 1 game, and then have won 3 straight since. So have played for most part of the season pretty well to begin, and it's going to be a tough matchup for the Scots.
Yes, it is. And Center College is just coming in at 6-1, led by Trent Wilson, who is averaging 13.3 points a game, a very good ball player. Abigail Stewart's leading Center with 44 rebounds so far today, or so far this year, averaging 6 rebounds a game. Also, get this, 12 blocks so far this year.
Wow.
That's really good. And then Abigail Webby coming in with 10 steals. Very quick young lady there. But talking about Centerville College, this is a private liberal arts college located out of Danville, Kentucky. They're about 35 miles south of Lexington, Kentucky. Being coached by Wendy Austin Robinson. Coach Robinson joined the staff in 1997. Became the head coach in the 2005-2006 season. She has recorded more wins than any coach in Centerville College women's basketball history with 169 total wins. She's a 3-time conference coach of the year on the league, and also in 2012 was a finalist for the Women's Basketball Coaches Association Russell Athletic National Coach of the Year after a 26-4 record during the 2011 and 2012 season.
Wow, extremely impressive, Scott. And as we look at the Maryville College side of things, as we mentioned so far, 7 games under their belt to start the year, 2-5 this season. Dropped the first 5 games of the year, have won 2 straight. Right now, they're averaging 61 points a game, shooting 33% from the field, 26% from behind the arc. And, Scott, you have to imagine that, especially when we talk about that 26% from behind the arc, a lot of that probably came from Game 1, as a Game 1, 2 of 24 from behind the 3-point line. So struggled early on. I think they've really corrected that since then. A lot of that probably nerves, and one of those things as well, a younger basketball team.
Right, Heath, and it just takes a little bit of growing. As you mentioned, the 4 started in the first game with the 3-point shot, but as we've noticed through the games that as we've seen this year so far, really starting to get a little bit more chemistry, starting to play together well. This is pretty much a heavy, it looks like sophomore kind of team, so it takes a little bit to kind of get used to each other.
It surely does, and as we mentioned, 61 points per game. Right now, they're allowing 72. So obviously not a good statistic there, but they're starting to get some things on track. As we talked about, a younger squad that's getting some things going. We saw vast improvement, Scott, from week 1 to game 5. A totally different team that certainly locked down even better on defense. Saw a team that had a lot more endurance at that point, and some players that younger that didn't play as much, probably before the season, that got some of the jitters out as well. And so looking forward to seeing how they do tonight. Some of the players to look out for the Scots: Claire Varney averaging 16 points a game, Libby Gardner, the starting point guard, averaging 9 points a game as well. And Scott, you talked about the impressiveness of Abigail Stewart with 12 blocks this season. I kind of went back just to look at, when you see 12 blocks, you wonder how tall that person is, and kind of the role they play. And Abigail Stewart, she is a senior, and she's 6 foot senior, and she's not even the tallest player we've seen this season, but it sounds like she is just smart, really pays attention, and just times it perfectly in getting into the air and making those blocks. She might be a player tonight that if we get the ball down low and she's in the way, we might need to do a couple pump fakes before we throw the pass up, just to get her out of our way, or maybe get her to jump and draw a foul. But we'll continue to keep you posted on that, as the game is only about 4 minutes away from action. So we'll begin soon with the national anthem starting lineups, and then we'll return to you here on MCScots.com to bring you the game. But before we go, we would just like to thank our sponsors, your hometown sponsors that support this outstanding NCAA Division III athletic department. Those include Blunt Partnership, GoTees.com, Cookout, LeConte Wealth Management, Campbell Party Rentals, Kinjo Markets, Airport Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. And the pregame show today brought to you by Blunt Partnership. Their membership helps provide opportunities for small businesses, corporate locations, manufacturing, technology commercialization, leisure travel, and corporate retreats. Their goal is to ensure our community continues to enjoy a robust economy and opportunities to live an unrivaled quality of life. So thank you for them. We wouldn't be able to do what we do each and every day without you. But again, you're listening to MCScots.com, and we're only a few minutes away from action, so we'll be back in just a moment. All right, and we are getting things started as Center College will begin with the basketball. The ball now at the top of the key as they will give the ball over to Kat Wilson. Wilson guarded by Claire Varney. Getting the ball now over to Abigail Webby. Webby with the drive. She'll try to kick it out, nowhere to go. Oh, and they get it back to the top, 33 for three, and it is good. A nice basket from Madison Markham to start the game. So Scots now with the basketball. They'll give it over to Varney. Varney with a pick by Wandell. She'll drive, kick it back out. Eckenrod for three. Wandell almost with the rebound. No good, and now Center College with the ball. They'll kick it out. They'll shoot another three. No good, and looks like a battle down low, so it's going to be a jump ball, and the possession arrow will go to the Scots. So Gardner brings it down, and a three ball up, and no good, but rebounded by Wandell. Wandell kicks it out to Eckenrod. Eckenrod up top to Varney. She looks to hand it off, and she'll get it back to Eckenrod, who will kick it over on the three ball. Now over to Gardner. Gardner, nice crossover. She'll kick it to Eckenrod. Eckenrod, stop. Back to Gardner. Gardner now with a shot. No good. Rebounded by Center. They push the ball down the court quickly, and up with a shot, and good is number 12, Kat Wilson. So Varney now, she'll decide to drive. She'll go up, and she'll answer. Nice basket, and the first basket of the game for the Scots. So now Center gets it across court, but heavy defense by the Scots as now they take it, they'll drive. And a good pump fake, and then going up with the basket, but no good. So now Libby Gardner with the rebound. She'll bring it down the court. Gardner with the crossover. She'll take it, she'll drive, she'll go up, no good. Wandell had a chance with it, but she does knock it to another Scot who goes up with the layup, and no good. So now Center to inbound and full court press by the Scots defense. Great defense here by Varney, really preventing her from getting across the court. She finally is able to throw it across though. And now Webby with the basketball. Markham now with the ball, and she is guarded closely by Gardner. They'll get it down low and up with the basket, and no good, but rebounded by Maryville. Here goes Gardner. Oh, a nice pass. Here goes Varney with the reverse. No good. And back to Center. Absolutely. Very close to making that was Varney. As Webby looking to get the ball down low. They're going to have to kick it back up top, and a three ball again is no good. So yeah, that's going to be on number 34, Madison Rice, her first, team first. 6:49 remaining here in the first quarter. It's 5-2 Center College. Maryville with the basketball. Maryville now shoots a three ball, no good, but very close to being rebounded by Maryville. Looks like we got a hand on it, but unfortunately it went out of bounds. So Center now to inbound. And here comes that full court press, and it looks like Center's answering by having all of their girls down here as well. Good defense, good defense. Now they go to trap. She'll kick it around. Now they'll get it down. Wide open is number 2, and she's going to go up and make the layup, and that is Presley Chirico. Yep, and so center takes advantage of it, and they get a basket now with a 5-point lead. So Varney now with the basketball. She's going to get a pick. She's going to take it around and go up with the righty layup, and it's going to be good. So 7-4, center leads. They'll inbound the basketball. And going right around her defender is Chirico as she'll get it outside to Lakin. Lakin tries to throw it in, but Maryville is able to intercept and actually gets the basketball. She is fouled by number 24, Cheyenne Bunner. That'll be her first, team second. Gardner now with the ball. She'll cross half court. She's guarded by Lakin. She'll turn and hand it off to Beasley. Center now to inbound. So number 23, Taylor Morris, the 5'4" sophomore guard with the basketball, and she'll cross half court. And they'll look to try to get it inside, but they're having some trouble there. Maryville's making that very tough for them to find an opening in that lane. And losing the basketball and a fight for it. That'll be another jump ball. I believe the possession arrow is with Maryville, absolutely. So number 14, Charity Crabtree to inbound, and Gardner waiting on the pass. 5:07 remains in the first quarter. Maryville down by 3. 7-4 is the score. Here comes Gardner. Gardner over to Varney on the right side. Varney tries to go up on a nice block. That's by Kylie Murray. Murray, the 5'7" sophomore guard, with a nice block there on defense. Has center now with the ball. And they're going to back up top to Murray, but she wasn't paying attention. She's going to lose it and have to go back and get it, which will cause a half-court violation.
Good defense on Maryville's part right there to force that ball out a little bit further than what she wanted to throw.
Yeah, and Murray wasn't paying attention to the pass. Got to keep your eyes up and be ready at all times. So luckily Maryville will get the ball back here. So here comes Gardner, and she'll get it to Crabtree. Crabtree trying to look down low, doesn't see anything, has to kick it back up top. Beasley comes around. She brings it back out. They're going to get it now to Varney on the left side. Varney back up top to Beasley. Shot clock winding down and having some trouble finding anyone open, but here comes Gardner with a basket up. No good. Rebounded by the Colonels. He's having trouble finding open shots and good looks so far, Scott.
Yes, they are.
As Lakin Miller with the ball. 15 on the shot clock. She's going to get it. And here comes number 24 up. Oh, man. And 24, Cheyenne Burner, goes up with the shot. She is rejected by Waddell, but unfortunately Waddell, after a nice block, caused a foul. Yeah, I think that follow through is really what got her. So now Bunner at the line, shooting 2. First free throw up, and no good. And now we've got a plethora of people coming into this ballgame now, Scott.
And also Shelby Hicks.
So now the second free throw attempt for Bunner. No good, and rebounded by Waddell. So Varney at the top. She goes to drive, doesn't see anything, has to give it up. So now Eckenrod goes. She'll kick it back out to Varney. Varney for 3. No good, and rebounded by center. And attempting to make the steal was number 23, Brooke McCurdy, but it goes out of bounds, so center to inbound. Entering the game now for the Colonels, number 14, Ellen Hicks, a 5'8" sophomore forward from Franklin, Tennessee. They'll get it back up to Lakin Miller. So Miller with the ball. She'll hand it off. Here comes Jericho with the shot. No good, but they go back up with it, and it is good. So having some success in the paint and rebounding so far, as now Maryville with the ball. They'll get it over to Varney at the top. Wandell trying to get down low and make something happen. She'll kick it back to Hicks, and Hicks with the 3 ball, and no good. That looks like number 12, Kat Wilson, back in the game as well. So with that jump ball, possession arrow goes to the Colonels. As now the Colonels go for a 3 ball, and it is good, as that was made by Madison Markham. So now it is an 8-point lead for Center College with 2:39 remaining in the first. Varney kicks it out to Beasley. Now up top to Eckenrod. Eckenrod drives. She goes, puts up a shot, and good. So Webby now with the ball. They get it to the post. They kick it back out for a 3. Wilson for 3. Wilson good. Really caused some trouble, but Maryville's focusing so hard on guarding the post, so opening up the perimeter, and Center's taking advantage of it. 3 ball up, and no good that time by number 24, Elsa Eckenrod. And now Center College back with the basketball. Webby with the ball up top. She'll get it to Stewart. Stewart guarded closely, so Stewart's going to get it back out. Webby now with the ball. 10 on the shot clock. They get it down low, and wide open is number 33, Madison Markham. And so Maryville takes a timeout to discuss things, and we'll take a timeout with them. We'll be back in just a moment. Back in action, 1:33 remaining in the first quarter. It's 17-6 Center. As Brooke McCurdy with the basketball, she's going to turn and she's going to get it to Holland Geralds, and Geralds going to get it over now to Eckenrod. Eckenrod back down low to Geralds. Geralds with the ball, goes up strong and makes the basket. Yeah, and it's got the size and the ability to really be a playmaker and a difference maker for this team down low. And she shows a little flash of it there. Hopefully that can give her some confidence for her to continue. As Maryville causes a turnover, and Libby Gardner with the ball. Libby weaving her way through traffic. She brings it back out. She'll kick it over to McCurdy. McCurdy with the 3. No good, but rebounded, and a tough rebound there by Eckenrod. Eckenrod over to Beasley. Now Gerald's turn. She sets a pick. She's going to get it to McCurdy. McCurdy, basket, good. So chipping away at this lead. Now it is only a 7-point lead for Center. 26 seconds remain here in the first. Kat Wilson with the basketball, looking to try to get it down low, and intercepted. Good defense. Very tough defense, and way to stay alert there by Maryville College. As now Beasley has the basketball. She'll get it over to Eckenrod. Here comes Gardner. 7 left on the clock. Gardner looking to make a play. She'll kick it over to Beasley. Beasley with the drive. Basket. Oh, in and out.
Oh, that's a tough shot.
Yeah, I mean, a tough shot, but almost made it. Unfortunately, just went rimmed right out. So your score at the end of the first quarter, 17-10, Center College leads. But Maryville looks like they're starting to get some things going. We'll see if that continues here in the second quarter. You're listening to MCScots.com. Welcome back here on MCScots.com as we're getting ready to begin the second quarter of action. Center College leads Maryville College 17-10, and really started to pick up the pace at the end of the first quarter and get some momentum on their side. And Maryville will start with the basketball. Beasley will start with a three, and unfortunately just rimmed out again as now Kat Wilson quickly brings the ball down the court for Center. Webby with the ball. She throws it cross court. And up with the three balls, number 33, Madison Markham. And again, Scott, Maryville just taking a little too long to pay attention to that pass and then getting to it late.
You know, it's kind of like almost like 8-point swing. You had two balls that should have gone in. What?
Now a loose ball down low that gets knocked out of bounds by Center. So Maryville with the basketball. And under the goal is Beasley looking to throw it in. She will finally get the ball inbounds to Brooke McCurdy. McCurdy up top to Libby Gardner. Now Gardner over to Eckenrod. Eckenrod with the handoff to Beasley. Beasley thinks about the three, decides to take it herself. She's going to drive down low, up, basket good, and the foul.
I think that foul was on 12. That was Cat Wilson.
So her first foul, team's first of the quarter, and Beasley at the line to make a shot. And Scott, a great and one play there by Beasley. Yeah, absolutely. So Beasley now looking to make this basket. It's up, it's good, and now it is back to only a 7-point lead for the Colonels. So Webby has the ball on the right side of the key. She's going to bring it back up top. She's going to get it to Kylie Murray. Murray's going to take a pick, and she's going to drive, kick it back out to Webby. Good defense so far on this possession, and looks like a walk. So a turnover by the Colonels, and Maryville now with the ball. As Libby hurries the ball across court, and she gets it down to McCurdy. McCurdy up with the shot. No good. As Webby tries to get it down low, and up with the basket, in and out. So Maryville back with the ball. Here comes Varney. Varney, dribble, drive, kicks out to Eckenrod. Eckenrod back up top to Gardner. Eckenrod, 4-3. No good. Rebounded by Murray of the Colonels. She'll get it over to Webby. Webby looks over to the sidelines, gets the play call, and she's going to get the team set. Here comes Cherico to receive the basketball. She looks, she pump fakes, she takes it and drives. Goes up, and she's going to be fouled. The first basket up and good for Presley Cherico. And now entering the ballgame for the Scots, number 42, Kelly Wandell. It looks like we've got 2 in the game as well for the Colonels. Number 25, Michaela Fee, and number 32, Lakin Miller now enter the ballgame. Libby Gardner with the ball. She's going to turn and get it over to Catherine Upshaw. Upshaw up top to Eckenrod. Now Varney with the ball. Varney with a pick from Wandell. Thinks about it, decides to hand it off. Here comes Eckenrod. Eckenrod dribble, drive, almost loses the ball, but Gardner there to get it. Making it very difficult for Maryville to get down low and make layups, but they'll kick it back up top to Eckenrod, who shoots the 3, and no good. So here comes Lakin Miller with the basketball for Center College. She brings it across the court, and she's going to give the ball off to Cheyenne Bunner. Bunner looking for someone. She's going to have to get it back up top to Miller. Miller gets a pick, but still heavily guarded by Wandell, so she's going to have to give it up. Cherico with the ball. Cherico with the drive, loses the handle, but recovered, and the shot up, and no good, but getting their own rebound at Center College, and then Maryville tries to make the steal, but goes out of bounds. Center will remain with the basketball. So now Miller with the ball. She'll give it over to Cherico. Here goes Cherico with the drive. Cherico up, Cherico good. So 23-13, a 10-point lead for the Colonels. 6:55 remaining in the second. Upshaw with the ball. She'll get it over to Varney. Now Varney over to Beasley. Beasley drives. Now to Wandell, who shoots the jumper, and no good. And a loose ball, but Maryville almost kind of looks like a deer in headlights there. Took them a minute to kind of really go for it and give Center enough time to recover. But now Maryville with the ball again and up, and making the basket is Varney. And Scott, when you need a playmaker to step up, Claire Varney's been that for the Scots. So now Miller will get it over to Cherico, and Cherico has been known to pump, fake, and drive. She tries it again there and tries to get it off, but then loses the handle. And here comes Varney. Varney up with the basket. No good, but she's fouled by Cherico. Yeah, she did. She's trying to prevent the basket, but causes the foul. Varney at the line. She'll make the first. Basket up and good. So now 23-17 Center leads, and 6 minutes remain here in the second quarter. Webby with the basketball, and she'll get it over to Wilson. Wilson looking to get it down low, doesn't see anyone as Maryville's doing a good job down low of preventing them getting the ball in the paint. Hicks now guarding, but going around on a pick is Webby, and somehow Webby misses that, but she had a wide open lane, Scots. But Maryville gets the ball now. They'll get it over to Gardner. Gardner kicks it up to McCurdy. McCurdy to Varney. And just not keeping their eyes up, just trying to pass to someone that's not there. They turn the ball over, and now Center with the ball. And another walk by Center College, and Maryville will get the ball back. Incoming into the game for the Scots, number 30, Aaron Beasley. Yeah. See if Maryville can get some going here. A little bit of sloppy offense on the last possession. Scott just not paying attention and just really not running through the sets that they're trying to get into the game. Here comes Gardner with the ball. She'll hand it off to Beasley. Beasley with a nice spin move, and she'll go up with the shot. But Webby does a good job kind of moving her out just enough to make that shot even more difficult. So she'll get it down low and up with the basket, and no good, but rebounded by Beasley of the Scots. She'll get it. She'll get it over to Gardner. Here we go. Gardner for three. And no good. Three ball has just been tough tonight for Maryville. Yeah, Scott, I believe, looking at the stats before the ball game, it was around 26% from behind the arc. As we try to go and look at the statistics so far tonight, I'd imagine we'd see kind of much of the same as right now, actually, Scott, they're 0 of 11 from behind the arc. And Maryville with a team that's struggled to hit those perimeter shots, definitely not the kind of defense you want to face. So 4:38 remains here in the second quarter as both teams are back on the court. And Center College to inbound as number 34, Madison Rice, gets the ball into Abigail Webby. Good it up top to Wilson. And she goes for the shot and the jumper up and good. Gardner with the ball. She stops, passes it over to Beasley. Beasley to Varney. And Varney will take it. She'll drive. She'll go up with the layup, and no good. Just another in-and-out shot for the Scots tonight. And Center will hurry the basketball down the court. Up with the basket, but no good. And rebounded by Maryville. Both teams pushing the tempo here in the second quarter. Beasley tries to spin around, sees nothing. Back up top to Lowry. Lowry now over to Gardner. Gardner with the crossover, goes up with the shot and out. And now Webby with the ball. Here comes Center as they cross half court. Looking to get the ball down low, and they will. But then losing the basketball is number 22, Abigail Stewart. But it looks like they're going to say in the process there was a foul on Lowry. So Center now to inbound the basketball, and number 32, Lakin Miller, a 5'6" senior guard from Liberty, Kentucky, to inbound the ball. They'll kick it up top to Wilson. Kat Wilson guarded by Erin Beasley. She gets around a pick, though, and she's going to get a lane. She's going to go up with the shot and good, and Wilson just making them pay. Now here comes Varney. Varney with a nice spin move. She'll kick it out to Hicks. Hicks drive back up top to Eckenrod. Eckenrod tries to hand it off, going down low as Beasley, but intercepted by Lakin Miller of the Colonels. Lakin Miller over to Wilson. Wilson fake with the three. She'll drive. She'll go up with the shot. No good. Here comes Maryville. 2:43 remains in the second. It's 27-17, a 10-point lead for Center. Now we get it over to Varney. Now they get it down to Wandell. Wandell backing down her defender. She goes up with the shot, and they're going to say that's a clean block, and they're going to give it back to Center. We'll make that number 13. Is up and looks like driving that time, number 12, Kat Wilson, but they're going to say she was able to pick up a foul on Maryville.
Next foul on Maryville, and Center will be on the two-shot bonus for the rest of the quarter.
Now Center to inbound. absolutely. Libby Gardner now with the ball. She's going to be guarded by Taylor Morris. Varney now with the ball up top, over to Gardner.
Ball knocked out by number 24, Cheyenne Bunner on that one.
So Maryville back to inbound. They'll get it to Varney. Comes Varney with the drive. Now kicking it out to Eckenrod. Eckenrod drives. She kicks it to Varney. Varney goes up. And another block by the Colonels. So no foul, and it's Center with the ball, and Center with another basket as Cheyenne Bunner makes another shot, and it's now a 12-point lead for Center College. Here comes Eckenrod. Eckenrod up with the basket, and no good. And a battle for it down low, but it looks like number 25, Michaela Fee, finally comes down with it, and Center hustles it down the court. They look to get it down low to the post, but then a kick ball by Varney, and it'll go out of bounds. So Center College is inbound. Taylor Morris will inbound the ball for the Colonels. I think getting the ball to number 4, Kylie Murray, who loses the ball for a minute but is able to recontrol. She'll get it out, and now they'll get the ball over to 24, Cheyenne Bunner. Bunner back up top. This time to Lakin Miller. Back over to Miller. 7 on the clock. She's going to drive. She's going to try to pass it, but she throws it in traffic. Intercepted by Maryville. Here comes Eckenrod. Eckenrod over to Wandell. Wandell kicks it out. Here comes Beasley with the shot, and Beasley's going to get the foul. First basket up, and no good for Beasley. And Hicks, another Tennessee product. Scott Franklin, Tennessee, went to Independence High School. Beasley up with the second free throw, and good. So now a 9-point lead for Center. 42 seconds remain in the second quarter. Lakin Miller with the ball. Guarded heavily by the defense, but she finds an open person down low, but they lose the handle, Scott, and now Maryville with the ball. Nope, they're going to say it went off Maryville, so they're going to give it to Center. So inbounding the ball. Good defense by Wandell, almost able to come away with the strip. As now Kylie Murray with the ball. She's going to get it over to Taylor Morris. 10 on the clock. Morris drives up and good. Yeah, great job by Eckenrod being set up for that and drawing the charge off Taylor Morris. So now Maryville with the ball with 22 seconds. And Scott, you hope they're able to kind of take this and make it one last possession. Don't allow Center to get the ball back and see if they can make a basket and trim into this deficit. Absolutely. So here comes Varney taking it down the court. 10 on the clock. She's going to get it over to Eckenrod on the right side of the wing. Eckenrod tries to get it back to Varney. Varney guarded heavily, and they're going to get it, looks like a jump ball. And that is going to go to Center. So 3 seconds remain. Center's probably going to have to heave up a shot here as they've got full court. Length of the court to go. They get the ball in bounds. Get it over to Morris. Not in time, though, and the clock expires, and that will end the first half of play here at Maryville College. Your score, Center 29, Maryville 18. Scott, your thoughts from the first half?
So far, Maryville put shots in or put them up. I can't say they put them in. A lot of the come out, had those fallen, definitely would be a closer game. Looks like the referees are also given an opportunity to play, making them be very physical, give them reason down low, especially the way Center's playing, kind of disrupting them.
And Scott, one of the things to look at too, statistically, we talked about this during the first half, is the fact that um, not only field goals, because Maryville's having some trouble really just creating offense. You've seen them not be able to find easy baskets all night. They've had to force up a lot of really contested, difficult shots. But the three-point arc, the three-point line has been tough tonight for them. As you look at both squads, Center College was 4 of 6 in the first half from behind the arc, shooting 66% from the field. For Maryville, they were 0 of 12.
Right, and that's pretty major if you look at it. It's pretty much your difference. 11 point difference in the game, but that 4 for center, 12 points right there. Just killing Maryville that they're still not getting the threes. They're putting up a lot, just not getting the ball.
Looking at your statistics from the first half for Center College, Madison Markham leads the way with 11 points. Then Kathleen Wilson, or Kat Wilson, with 9. Presley Cherica with 5. Cheyenne Bunner with 2. Michaela Fee with 2. And then looking at Maryville, Claire Varney leads the way with 8. Erin Beasley with 4. Holland Geralds with 2. Brooke McCurdy with 2. And Elsa Eckenrod with 2. So Maryville having some trouble shooting the basketball in the first half. You hope they can generate some offense here in the second. And hopefully Coach Trevillion's talking with them about that now, because Scott, for the most part, I don't have too many complaints defensively. I mean, obviously they left a couple people open from behind the arc a couple of times. I thought they got that corrected. They've done a great job of getting the causing turnovers. I mean, Center has 11 turnovers through the first 2 quarters. Maryville only has 4. So they've done a really good job of doing that tonight.
Right, and just looking at, sorry, go ahead.
So looking at the statistics now, we're trying to get a breakdown of what we.
Right, that's kind of what we're looking at there. Maryville had 10 points in the first quarter and 8 in the second. They really let Center take off early in the first quarter, scoring 17 points, then it fell behind. They did a much better job in the second, holding Center up on only 12 in the second quarter there. Unfortunately, again, it kind of comes down to what we've been talking about most of the game is Maryville throwing up a lot of threes and just not being able to connect. I think a little bit too, as you mentioned, was the fact that Center's gone into that 2-3 zone, hacking in a little bit, making Maryville have to take that outside shot. Maryville's just not been able to get that.
Yeah, not able to hit the 3 ball, and some of those threes were forced just because of the shot clock running out of time, having to throw up something. They have got to find ways to generate offense and get some open looks. It looks like the plays that are being ran on Center side are being much more effective than what's going on in Maryville's, and you wonder kind of, is just the trouble of Center figuring things out and what calls they're making, or them actually not running through the sets that have been given to them by Coach Trevillion. So, well, obviously they'll make adjustments. Coach Trevillion's an excellent coach. He does a good job of that. He wouldn't be the winningest coach in women's basketball history at Maryville College if he wasn't. So we certainly know that he'll get some things turned around, and hopefully we'll see this team really turn it on and start getting some points up on the board and get back into this ball game. But we've got about 11 minutes remaining here at halftime, and your score, Center College 29, Maryville 18. We thank you for listening to the halftime show brought to you by Cookout. Make plans to get the best barbecue, burgers, shakes, and more in the area at Cookout at 1305 West Lamar Alexander Parkway. You're listening to MCScots.com with Heath Dunkel and Scott Dunkel. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back to MCScots.com as we're getting ready to begin the third quarter of action here on Randy Lambert Court as Center College leads Maryville College 29-18. Maryville will begin with the basketball as Eckenrod now has the ball in her possession at the top of the key. She'll take it over to the right side. Beasley now with the ball at the top. Beasley, dribble, drive up, no good, rebounded by Center.
Good move by Beasley. Just needs to finish a little bit. Look, came out just a little too strong on that one.
So now Center with the ball at the free throw line, and now they'll get it up top to Kat Wilson. Webby with the ball. She'll get it over, and now dribble and driving up and drawing the foul is number 34, Madison Rice.
And Heath, it looks like they got Kelly Waddell on that foul here, getting her on the arm.
And so Wandell with the foul, her first, team first. And the basket up, and no good by number 34, Madison Rice. Here comes Rice for the second. Second is good, so 1-2 from the line there. And Maryville now with the basketball, a 12-point lead for Center College. Beasley gets it down low to Wandell. Wandell gets it right back out to Eckenrod. Back into Wandell. Wandell drives down low. She goes up with the shot. No good, but Gardner in there battling, coming away with the rebound, and then knocking it out of bounds as Center, so Maryville will remain with the basketball.
Oh, I was wondering where she was going. She went to chase the basketball now.
Yeah, basketball took off on them, so I've got it back in play, and here comes Varney with the inbound. Gardner peels around to get the ball, but Webby there to make a nice interception. She steals the ball, and she'll drive it down the court. She'll get it down low. Pump fake, up, and no good is number 22. That is Abigail Stewart. Rebounded, though, by Center, and it looks like they were able to get another foul on Maryville.
Again, Heath, number 24 on that one was Elsa Eckenrod.
Her second, team second.
That will be her second foul of the game, team second for this quarter.
And they get it out up top to Wilson. Wilson over to Markham, and now Markham gets it over to Rice. Handoff back to Markham. Markham up, no good, draws the foul.
And it looks like they're probably going to call 42 on this one. No, they're going to call 30, Heath. That was actually on Aaron Beasley.
Her second, 3 on the team. At the line.
And quickly, 3 fouls already for Maryville this quarter.
And the first free throw up and good for Markham.
Heath, number 23 for Maryville, McCurdy is coming in. Also is Lowry, replacing Eckenrod and Beasley.
Second free throw up and good for Madison Markham. So now a 14-point lead for Center. As Varney with the ball. She'll drive. She'll kick it out to Lowry. Here comes Lowry driving inside, looks to hand it off. And she's going to have some trouble as there's tough defense. She finally gets the ball away to Varney. Varney's on the left side. Varney drives. Sees nothing. Spins around. Back up top to Gardner. Here comes Gardner now in the lane. Gardner up. She'll get the foul. Won't make the basket, but she'll go to the line.
Right, Hathan. 42 on that for Center. That is Abigail Wedby.
Center, number 42, Abigail Webby.
First free throw up and no good for Gardner. So now entering the ball game, number 32, Lakin Miller for the Colonels. And number 14, Charity Crabtree for the Scots. Lakin Miller will get the ball and she'll bring it down the court. Stewart now with the ball. Guarded by Crabtree, and she's going to have to get rid of it and give it to Miller. Miller now gets it down low. Up and missing the basket is 34, Madison Rice. And looks like Lowry thought she was fouled, but the referees are not going to call it. Instead, they're going to give a foul on one of the Scots players after the rebound.
Right, Heath, on number 14, Charity Crabtree, her first foul. 14 fouls now.
Center inbounds, and they'll get it down low. And up making the basket is number 22, Abigail Stewart.
Very good shot there, Heath. That was Brooke McCurdy from just off the side for a three-pointer. I believe that's Maryville's first one tonight.
Yeah, Scott, you're right. That's now the first three-pointer of the night. Maryville is 1 of 13 from the three-point line. Making the drive and missing the basket is Center College, and so now Maryville with the ball as Varney takes it down the court. She'll get it over to Crabtree, and Crabtree will shoot the three ball. No good, but Delaney Lowry with the rebound. She'll go up. She'll get the foul.
The foul is on center, number 34.
And Heath, that was number 34, Madison Rice, her second foul of the game.
First free throw, no good for Lowry. And in comes a host of subs for the Colonels.
Right, Heath. Presley Cherico comes in, and Kylie Murray comes in. And wasn't able to catch some of the other ones that came in there, but just about cleared off the court for center.
Yeah, looks like number 24, Cheyenne Brunner, number 25, Michaela Fee also entering the game. So 4 of the 5 were substituted for by the Colonels. So now Cherico with the basketball. She'll take it and she'll drive on McCurdy. She'll lower the shoulder. Yeah, but no foul call there as she's going to kick it back out. And they get it outside to Miller for the three ball. Up, no good, but rebounded by Varney. Coach Trevelyan yelling at his players to push the tempo. They do. Gardner with the ball. Gardner up. No good, and Lowry goes up to try to get the rebound. Looks like Cherico, though, gets it, but it goes out of bounds, so Maryville will get the ball back. 6:26 in the third, 34-23 center leads. Maryville to inbound the ball. Barney looking, she finally finds Gardner. Now over to McCurdy, back to Gardner. Comes Gardner, she drives, back to McCurdy. McCurdy for three, and good. Might have found her three-point specialist.
I believe so.
So after starting the game, Scott 0 of 12. Maryville has reeled off 2 3-pointers here in the third quarter.
So hopefully getting hot on that one, Heath. Definitely getting us slowly back in the game. Now just an 8-point lead.
So 34-26 center lead, 6:09 remaining in the third quarter. You're listening to MCScots.com. We'll be right back. Center College with the basketball. And Miller guarded by Gardner. Looks like the Colonels are going to bring in another full wave of substitutions as Miller goes up with the basket. No good. It looks like they're going to call an offensive foul, this time on number 25. That is Michaela Fee.
And that is her actual third, Heath, of the game, and now team third for center.
As I said a minute ago, a clear wholesale of the bench as they get onto the court. 5 substitutions for center. Maryville with the basketball, and here comes Claire Varney up with the layup. No good, and almost rebounded by Geralds, but center able to come away with it. 8-point lead for Center College, and Webby comes down the court for the Colonels. She'll hand it off. Now they'll hand it off again to Kat Wilson. Wilson drives. Wilson goes up for the shot and almost blocked by Gardner. Gardner almost knocked it out of her hands, but Wilson able to recover, go up, and still make that basket. 10-point lead for center. Livy hands it off to McCurdy. McCurdy looking for an opening. She'll take it, she'll drive, she'll go up with the shot. No good, but Gerald's able to get it back to McCurdy. McCurdy goes up again. And Center comes away with the rebound.
It's one of the things you notice too in basketball, even though it is the easiest shot to make, is actually the hardest, is the layup.
It's easy to overthink it or push it too hard off the glass. As Maryville now comes away with the rebound and continuing to be reminded to push the tempo are the Scots. As here comes Gardner. She'll take it, she'll throw it outside to McCurdy. McCurdy now up top to Lowry. Lowry taking it, drives, spins around the defender, pump fake, sees nothing, gets it back up top to Varney. Lowry with the ball, and the shot clock running down. She'll get it over to McCurdy. McCurdy, 3-ball. Ooh, it looked like that was going in, but unfortunately hit the front of the rim, and Abigail Webby comes down with the rebound for the Colonels. Now Kat Wilson with the basketball. She'll get it over to Markham. Markham up top to Webby. Stewart trying to get open down low in the post, but nothing going. So back to Wilson, who shoots a three. Airballs the three, and now rebounded by McCurdy of the Scots, who gets it over to Varney. Varney across court to Gardner, and Gardner shoots a three.
Oh man. You don't see that every day.
No, you don't, as the ball is stuck in between the rim and the glass. So that should give the ball back to Center.
He's coming in the game for Maryville is Eckenrod, Beasley, and Waddell.
So Center to inbound as Madison Rice will be inbounding the ball to Abigail Webby. Webby is out the set to her offense. She'll get it over to Rice. Rice now to Stewart. Stewart almost loses the ball as Wandell gets a hand on it. Stewart gets it over to Markham. Markham cross court to Webby. Webby fakes, drives, shot up. Shot no good. Rebounded by Eckenrod. And Eckenrod gets it out quickly to Gardner, who pushes the tempo. Here comes Gardner, and Gardner loses the handle. They're going to say it was knocked out by Madison Markham, so it'll remain with the Scots.
Right, and I just about thought we were going to get a pushing call because Webby came up behind her, put her hand on her back, and thought for a second she was going to push.
So Varney to inbound. She'll get it in to Erin Beasley. Down low is Eckenrod waiting to get the basketball. Eckenrod backs down, goes up with a shot. No good. Rebounded by Center. Tough shots down low, and unable to just come away with them are the Scots. So now Center has had a lot more success in the paint tonight.
Right. Good play there, Heath, on Varney being able to get a hand on it. Touched it just enough to deflect it off of Wilson, and Maryville gets the ball back.
10-point lead for Center College, 2:55 remaining here in the third quarter. Maryville with the basketball. Eckenrod up top, looks to hand it off. A good defense by Center. They'll have to get it back outside to Varney. Varney on the left side of the weak drive, sees nothing, brings it back out. Now here comes Eckenrod, who will drive. She'll go up with the basket, and she will make it.
Good move, and Center's also come into a man-to-man defense coming out of their zone right now since Maryville's hit a couple of those threes.
So an 8-point lead for Center College as Kat Wilson has the basketball on the left side of the key. She'll get it up top to Stewart, who will hand it off to Webby. Webby has a clean look, but then Maryville quickly closes that and makes Webby bring it back out. She'll get it up top to Wilson as Varney's able to tip it off, and then it hits off Wilson's hands last, so it'll go out of bounds, and Maryville will get the basketball.
Again, another good play by Varney, being able to deflect the ball just enough that if Center player not being able to pick up on it and reaches for it, knocks it out of bounds. Also, Heath, Center has put in another wholesale. They brought in 5 fresh players.
Wandell has the ball at the top. She'll get it down low to Varney. And Varney's able to get a foul on Center.
Yeah, Heath, number 11 That is Rachel Jennings, a freshman out of Portland, Tennessee, gets called for the foul on that.
Barney gets it out to Upshaw. Upshaw drives. Upshaw up with the basket. No good. Rebounded by Miller of Center College. Now driving is number 11, Rachel Jennings. She'll have to get it back up top. Now the ball in the hands of Kylie Murray, and running out of time on the shot clock. Murray's going to have to drive and try to put something up. Murray gets blocked, but there waiting on the basket is number 14, Ellen Hicks, who gets the rebound. She goes up, she makes it. A minute 15 remains here in the third quarter. It's back to a 10-point lead. Upshot gets it over to Eckenrod. Eckenrod now out to Beasley for three. Up and no good. They're going to say that it was tipped off Wandell trying to make the rebound as it went out of bounds, and so Center will get the basketball. Rachel Jennings brings the ball down the court for the Colonels. She'll give it over to Hicks. Hicks looks for someone, doesn't see anything, has to get it back out to Jennings. Now Hicks setting up a pick for Jennings, who will kick it outside. Kylie Murray with three, and good.
Ooh, not good. Not good from Maryville on that one right there. It looks like about a 7-second difference in the shot clock and the game clock.
Going to get it over to Upshaw. Upshaw trying to find someone open as Beasley will be there to get the ball. She'll give it to Eckenrod. And here comes Varney. Varney dribble, drive, shot up, no good. Rebounded by Jennings. Shot clock expires, and here comes Center. 1 second remains, and it looks like Jennings is just running the clock out. She may not have been paying attention to the time, as by the time she passes, the clock expires, and now we are done with the third quarter.
One partnership, their members help provide opportunities for small business, corporate locations.
Scott, another tough quarter for the Scots.
Yes, it was, and up to a 15-point lead now. Maryville looked like they had a couple of times to bring this game back within 6 and start to get a little closer every time they would. They're rushing their shots again, and then Center would be able to extend the lead.
Yeah, Scott, and I mean, even looking at the statistics here really shows the difference offensively and the success both teams are having. Maryville contested shots throughout the night as they are 10 of 51 from the field, only 19% from the field, 2 of 18 from behind the arc, 11% from the three-point line. You look at Center College, they're 41% from the field and 55% from the three-point line.
Does make a big difference. Does make a big difference, Heath.
Yeah, absolutely. So your score at the end of 3, Center College 41, Maryville 28. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a moment to bring you the last quarter of action.
On Monday, Maryville travels.
Now we begin the fourth quarter. Center College 41, Maryville 28. You're listening to MCScots.com as Maryville is at home here at Boyd-St-Bear Gymnasium, Randy Lambert Court, and looking to try to get their third win in a row.
And Heath, a quick foul on Madison Markham to start the fourth quarter here.
So Maryville to inbound, and they will get it in to Elsa Eckenrod. Eckenrod will go around to pick from Wandell. She'll get it back to Wandell. Wandell now gets it up top to Varney. Varney drives, kicks it over to McCurdy.
I think she palmed the ball there, Heath. In her move, she was trying to make a quick cut, got her hand underneath the ball and brought it back up.
So that'll give the basketball back to Center. Webby will get the ball to Madison Rice. Rice gets it back to Webby. And Markham trying to get open up top, and Stewart down low as Wandell's able to get a piece of it, but back to Stewart. Stewart spins, Stewart up and good.
Abigail Stewart for two.
Stewart having her way tonight in the post against this Maryville College defense.
Yeah, just not been able to find an answer for her so far. And then we're just taking wild shots right there.
Yeah, another miss and another rebound by the Colonels. Now Kat Wilson with the ball. She'll get it across court to Markham. Down low to Stewart. And Stewart's going to be able to draw the foul from Wandell.
The foul is on Maryville, number 42, Kelly Wandell. Her third.
Now entering the basketball game is number 11, Holland Geralds, to replace Wandell for the Scots. Inbounding the ball, and now Webby with the basketball for the Colonels. She'll drive. She'll kick it over to Stewart. And Maryville able to draw a foul as when Webby drives and kicks it, it looks like Eckenrod draws the charge.
That was a good play on her part right there. See the lady driving, is able to get herself in position and get the charge.
So 4-3 to 28. Center leads with 8:33 remaining in the fourth. Eckenrod with the ball. She'll get it over to Varney. Varney now to McCurdy, who shoots the three ball, and that's going to go short.
This direction, that was the second team foul on center.
Now Center with the basketball to inbound. Now Webby with the ball. She'll hand it off to Markham. Now they'll give it to Stewart, who will hand it back off to Webby. Webby up top has a look. She'll get it over to Markham for three, and good. Scott, this team can shoot the three ball.
Yes, they can, Heath. The thing is what's hurting Maryville is they're just not getting them tonight. But I'd say if Maryville had hit about the same, this would be a really close game. Oh, and Webby just basically took that ball right out of the hands of Eckenrod.
Yeah, pickpocket from Webby. He gets it to Markham, who misses the three, but Stewart gets the rebound. Stewart gets the foul.
And they're going to call the foul on Eckenrod on that play.
A few more subs now enter the game as number 14, Charity Crabtree, comes in for the Scots.
And that is Eckenrod's third foul of the game here.
Now Lakin Miller to inbound the ball for Center College.
5-second call here, Heath. Maryville, great defense right there, keeping Center from being able to get the ball in.
So now Maryville with the ball. Garner's going to hand it off to Geralds. Here comes Geralds backing down her defender. Geralds spins up and short.
I think she lost track of where she was because it looked like she thought she was a lot closer on that play.
I will say this, Scott, though. That was probably one of the more aggressive moves in the post we've seen all night from this team.
Yes, Heath, it has been. Again, just a little bit more court aware because she made a really good move, left hand coming up, just a little soft touch, a little too soft.
Yeah, I love the aggressiveness. Yeah, just being a little bit more aware of where she's at on the court, but you definitely like to see that from Geralds. The Center with the basketball. Looks like Maryville tries to come around and make the steal, and in doing so, they're gonna get a foul.
The foul is on
Right, Heath, on
number 14,
Charity Crabtree.
her second, 3 on the team.
That'll be her second foul for the game.
Center now looks to inbound again.
Oh,
A nice defense by Geralds, who causes Michaela Fee to walk and a turnover of the basketball. So now Crabtree to inbound. She'll get it to Gardner. 7:19 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It's 46-28. Center College leads. Gardner now on the left side of the wing. Trying to draw a set, having trouble getting anyone open though, so Gardner has to take it and drive. She'll get it over to McCurdy. Ball to Crabtree, now back to McCurdy. McCurdy gets it over to Varney. Varney will drive. She'll try to kick it to Geralds. Here comes Geralds down low. Geralds up, no good, but battles for the rebound, but number 25, Michaela Fee, able to pull it away. She'll get the ball down the court with her team, and center now has Lakin Miller at the top of the key. Now back to Fee, now over to Cherico. Cherico looks to drive, hands it off to Fee. Now here comes Fee down the lane. Fee stops, pulls up, no good on the jumper, rebounded by Geralds.
Still seeing a lot of good hustle, still a lot of time to be able to come back in this game. Just need to make every play, every possession count at this point.
Garner drives. Crabtree for three. No good, rebounded by center. Miller gets the ball off to Cheyenne Bunner. Bunner guarded by Crabtree. Bunner thinks about it. She's going to get it over to Miller. Miller now on the left side of the wing. 10 seconds remain on the shot clock, so she's going to get it over to Fee, who's going to drive, get double team. Fee hands it off and up to make the basket, but misses Cheyenne Bunner, but Bunner is able to draw the foul.
Right, Heath, on that one, Varney reached in trying to keep her from getting just a wide open shot, make her earn it at the free throw line.
First free throw up and good for Bunner. Now substitutions into the game as number 42 Kelly Wandell and number 45 Shelby Hicks enter the game for the Scots. Coming in for Center College, number 11 Rachel Jennings. Second shot up, second shot good for Bunner.
Heath and Ellen Hicks is returning for center in this. She is replacing Cheyenne Bunner.
So Bunner to the bench, and Hicks in the ball game. And right now a 20-point lead for the Colonels. Here comes Varney with the driving up, and what a block from Kylie Murray.
That's one of the things they're keeping Maryville when they're getting into the lane, giving them contested shots, making it really hard on Maryville there to do anything. And unfortunately, Maryville's outside shot's not working tonight.
So 5:33 remains. Maryville inbounds. They get the ball to Gardner. Gardner goes up, misses, but Hicks with the rebound. Hicks drives. Oh, up and around, and a nice shot by Shelby Hicks. That was a great move. Cherico gets the ball down low to Jennings. Jennings with the steal by Gardner, and Gardner with the ball. She's going to hurry it down the court to Varney. Varney up. Varney good.
Good move there. Good play.
And now 16-point lead for the Colonels with 4:58 remaining, and it looks like they're clearing the bench again as we've got about, it looks like all five are going to be substituting back into this ball game. So they're trying to get their starters back in the game and prevent this from getting any closer. They'll hand the ball off to Cherico. Cherico up with the layup. Up and good. Lowry gets the ball into Gardner. Gardner pushes to Varney. Varney into Wandell. Wandell kicks it back out to Lowry, and now Hicks with the ball. Here comes Varney. Dribble, drive, out to Hicks. Hicks for three. No good, and rebounded by Fee of the Colonels. Jennings with the ball, shows he's going to get it over to Murray, and Murray gets it back to Jennings. We're now at the 4-minute mark as the Colonels lead by 18. Here comes Fee. She drives. She goes up. No good. Rebounded by Wandell. Wandell gets it to Gardner. Gardner up with the layup. No good. She draws the foul.
Good play. Good push by Gardner right there. Just getting the action going there.
11, Rachel Jennings, her second, 3 on the team. At the line, Libby Gardner.
Heath also noticed that center's fixing to do another wholesale substitution here. Got to thinking about this. Kind of reminds me of hockey. You see them doing shift changes all the time because it's almost that's like what center's been doing.
Yeah, they have the ability with the depth they have on this team. It looks like they're using it to their advantage to kind of wear this team down as they continue to rotate. And so far it's working out pretty well as they're able to move a lot faster. And Maryville just looks like they're starting to wear down, as now it's a 16-point lead for center with 3:46 remaining. As Webby has the basketball. She'll get it over to Kat Wilson. Wilson takes it, she'll drive. A lot of traffic, and she loses the basketball trying to pass it off, and Gardner now with the ball. Gardner to Varney, who will drive. Kick it out to Lowry. Lowry pump fake. She'll drive. She'll get it up top to Gardner. 13 on the clock as Gardner gets it over to Varney on the left side of the wing. She sets up a pick. Varney takes it back up top. She takes it, she drives, she spins around, goes up with the basket and goes.
Yes, finally one that rolled around that rim that actually fell in.
So now cuts the deficit to 14. Looks like a couple more players for Center College are going to be substituting in a minute, trying to keep players fresh here in the last few minutes of action. That's Kat Wilson with the ball. Wilson looks down low, sees nothing. Now she's going to get it over to Stewart. Stewart's had a great game. Stewart hands it back off to Webby. Webby up. Webby draws the foul. And Maryville there just got to be smarter. Webby drives like that. Keep your hands up straight. Go straight up with it. Instead, they're trying to reach in and get that ball, and they're drawing a lot of fouls and allowing Webby and the rest of the Center College team to get to the line. First free throw up and good.
Sorry, that foul was on Libby Gardner, her first.
Comes a few more changes, Scott, for the Colonels.
Yeah, like I said, it reminded me of a hockey game.
Number 2, Presley Cherico comes in. Number 4, Kylie Murray. Number 14, Ellen Hicks. And number 24, Cheyenne Bunner back in the ball game for the Colonels. Now coming in for the Scots, number 14, Charity Crabtree.
Heath, also Jennings just came in.
Now we're under 3 minutes as there's 2:40 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It is a 16-point lead. Hicks gets it to Wandell up top. Wandell down low to Crabtree, but just overthrows her. Ball goes out of bounds, and Center with the basketball. Kylie Murray to inbound the ball. She'll get it up top, but overthrown, and Wandell able to recover. She's going to get it over to Gardner, but throws it at Gardner's feet. It bounces off her feet. It looks like they said it's going to go off the Colonels, so Maryville still remains with the ball.
It looks like they're going to call it a jump ball. They couldn't tell who it came off of, so they're going to give alternate possession to Center College.
So now here comes Jennings, and Jennings is going to get it over to number 14, Ellen Hicks. Hicks back to Jennings. Bunner now with the ball. Yeah, good defense by Wandell, and it forces Bunner to walk, and now a turnover. Gardner gets it down low to Varney, and Varney's going to have to get it back up top to Crabtree. Here comes Crabtree driving. Crabtree loses the handle as Jennings is able to get a hand in, and now Cherico with the drive. She'll get it out to Jennings. Jennings gets it down low to Bunner. Bunner spins around Wandell, goes up, draws the foul.
Right on that one right there, too, Heath. Wandell trying to keep her from getting that basket up, just caught her on the arm.
Foul is on Maryville, number 42, Kelly Wandell, her fourth.
That is actually her fourth foul, Heath.
Cheyenne Bunner.
First free throw up and good for Bunner, and a few more substitutions for both teams.
Right, Heath. Looks like we've got Gerald's, Upshaw, and McCurdy coming back in for Maryville. and Taylor Morris is now in for center.
Second free throw up and good.
And then Carolyn Bennett also now enters for center.
Curdy with the ball. She'll get it over to Crabtree. Crabtree drives, looks to hand it off, sees nothing, finally finds Gerald's open. Gerald takes it. Gerald's drive. She throws it up, hits it off the side of the basketball goal. It'll go out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of pressing right there. Just wasn't sure what to do with it, just threw it up.
Now a minute 13 remains in this ball game, and Center College looks to be moving to 7-1. Maryville will move to 2-6 for the season. Shelby Hicks with the ball. She's going to hand it off. Now the basketball in the hands of Brooke McCurdy.
1 minute.
McCurdy drives. She kicks it over to Crabtree. Goes around a pick. Takes it back out. She'll get it over to McCurdy. Up shot down low for a moment. Wide open. Just didn't see her. So now McCurdy decides to shoot a three. She'll shoot it. It'll be no good. Rebounded by Cherico of the Colonels. Colonels quickly push it down the court. As Murray with the basketball. She'll get it now up top to number 23, Taylor Morris, as there is 37 seconds left on the clock. Murray with the ball. Over to Bennett. Bennett kicks it back up top to Murray. 8 seconds left on the clock. And here comes Murray for a three. No good, but rebounded by Taylor Morris. And Scott, they're going to say that she walked, but if she hadn't she would have had a chance to run out the rest of this clock. So Maryville now with a chance in the basketball, but unfortunately just a little too late. Purdy goes up with it, and Morris is able to pull it away, but it goes out of bounds off of Morris. So with 1.3 seconds remain, Maryville will get the inbound. And Crabtree goes up with the shot, misses, no good. Clock expires, and that's your ball game. Your final score: Center College 54, Maryville 36. You're listening to MCScots.com, and in just a moment, we'll bring in Coach Trevelyan for the postgame show. Here in the MC Scots post-game show here with Coach Trevelyan. Coach, obviously another tough ball game tonight for the Scots, but after coming off 2 straight wins, how do you bounce back after a game like this?
Short memory. Tomorrow we got to hit the road and go to Ferrum. We'll play Ferrum and Averett, and the good thing is there's not a whole lot in this game that you want to remember, so hopefully we can forget it and regroup and go play Ferrum. That's all you can do.
Absolutely. And, Coach, throughout the ball game, looked like some good things on the defensive side of the ball, quick hands, trying to get in the lanes and clog those things up. Just struggling mostly really on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
What do you think led to that?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know what led to it. I would love to remedy it if I could. But, you got to finish plays. We had so many opportunities in the first half where we had layups and wide open shots. And, we were 0 for whatever it was from 3 in the first half. And then, second half we didn't do a whole lot better than that. I think we ran into a couple threes in the second half, but I mean, you got to be able to make some shots. I mean, you hold them to 54, which is a pretty decent defensive effort, really, and offensively, you got to do something. And I don't know, we got to figure out what that is.
It looks like you found a little bit of maybe a three-point specialist, and Brooke McCurdy got a few things going in the second half. Who else do you turn to really try to get that going on the outside?
Yeah, well, we looked at halftime, and we had three of our starters at halftime were 1 for, you fill in the blank, 6, 7, 8, whatever it was. That's where it's got to come from. I mean, if we're looking up and down the bench thinking you got to make shots, and we're in trouble because we're not playing the right people. Yeah. Your starters have got to be able to put the ball through the net a little bit and finish a layup and finish an open shot and make a bunny every now and then. And then, every now and then you just got to create luck by getting an offensive rebound or running into a loose ball and getting down the floor in transition, maybe getting an easy one. But we got looks. I mean, I think at the half we'd gotten up 10 or 11 more shots than they had attempted. You just got to put the ball in the net.
How do you counteract as well, Coach? A team like this who, they were making mass substitutions throughout the ball game. How do you counteract that? Because you have to imagine that your squad was pretty tired and they had so much depth and were able to do that successfully throughout the game.
Yeah, but it's funny. I bet, though, if you look at minutes, I would say the minutes are actually pretty similar. Okay. They rotate in waves in terms of 4 and 5 at a time, where we're doing 2 and maybe 3 at a time. So I'm not so sure the rotational part has a lot to do with legs in that. I think the hardest part when they do the hockey line shift is being matched up, making sure you know who has whom and what we're doing. But I don't give a lot of stock to why they had fresher legs. I think we just didn't do a good enough job.
Well, Coach, we certainly wish you the best of luck as you prepare for your game Monday at Ferrum, and good luck.
I appreciate it.
Thank
Have a good one, man. Have a good weekend.
You too. So thanks for listening to MCScots.com. Your final score here tonight: Center College 54, Maryville College 36. We'll bring back on the mic for a moment Scott Dunkel. And Scott, your final takeaway from tonight's ball game.
Hard fight game, Heath. Again, like Coach Trevelyan was talking about, what do you do when you're missing your shots? Maryville College missed a lot of really open shots. 3-pointers again weren't falling again tonight. And we've got to be able to put the ball in the basket. We're getting down there. We're getting some good looks even underneath. But we get a little wild. We start throwing up really wild shots. We gave center an opportunity to come down. Didn't stop them. And the game just started to stretch. The lead stretched more and more as it went on. There's not a lot you can do about that when you're not hitting your shots or not looking at players that are open and then giving center opportunities underneath.
Yeah, trying to find something that works from behind the arc and just getting some baskets to fall, as Maryville was only 9% from behind the three-point line. Also, I think around 19% from the field tonight. And you look at Center College, who was around 44% tonight from the field, and shooting pretty well from behind the three-point line also. They didn't shoot as many threes, but the ones they did, they made them count. And so you look for them to hopefully get some things corrected, figure out some things offensively moving forward. And we certainly wish them the best of luck, as they will be on the road on Monday and they will be at Ferrum. But we thank you for listening to the ball game tonight. Also, your post-game segment was sponsored by GoTees.com, your one-stop shop for a t-shirt and so much more. Quick turnaround time with the highest quality in mind. Go to GoTees.com or call 1-800-360-1965. We'd also like to thank all of our sponsors for tonight's ball game: Blunt Partnership, Cookout, LeConte Wealth Management, also GoTees.com, Campbell Party Rentals, Kinjo Markets, Airport Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. So again, thank you for listening to MCScots.com.
And Heath, want to add one more thing before we go tonight. Just wish you a happy birthday.
Well, thanks. It's been a good one. Obviously, hated to see the tough game tonight, but we know that Maryville will get things turned around and figure it out. So we wish them the best of luck. But your final score here at Maryville College, it was Center College 54, Maryville College 36. I'm Heath Dunkel alongside Scott Dunkel here on MCScots.com. And until next time, saying so long, good night, and yes, that just happened.